this video will be episode 7 of the Black Lion campaign. You guys have heard me talk about how I want the perfect shield. Um, I feel like this is the best shield in the game, the heavy heater shield, and I want it in the lordly modifier. The only difference between a regular and lordly modifier shield, or not lordly, I'm sorry, I have lordly. I want legendary. The only difference these modifiers provide is hit points, which is admittedly not very important. Just the regular heavy heater shield comes with more than 500 hit points, I think, and so really it's vanity in me that I want to have the legendary version of it, and wanting that, the only place, well, not the only place, but certainly the best place to farm that is in Vlandian villages. The only troops that drop that shield are Vlandian militia, and it's specific Vlandian militia. Like they have a chance to have a different loadout, and one of those loadouts has the heavy heater shield, and so you can find Vlandian militia in villages, or you can find them in their towns or castles when you siege them. Um, I've opted to farm the legendary shield by attacking villages because the chance is very slight that you'll actually get the legendary modifier. I've been haranguing these villages for the entirety of this character's life, so like his adult life anyway. So that would be like 35 years, and I only ever gotten the lordly modifier, and I've got a couple of shields that are thick, but yeah. So it takes a lot of luck in order to get it, so I farm it by attacking these villages. You'll see that's it right there. That militiaman just dropped it. Takes a lot of luck to get it, so I have opted to attack the villages rather than the towns, because if I attack the towns, well then I don't have any villages left that I can attack. So you can see, didn't get them. This can also be a good way of farming sumpter horses. I didn't get any in this village, but you usually get like 5 to 10 sumpter horses, which can be useful early on if you're looking to replenish your supply of horses. I also use this in order to farm troops, because one village netted me. I mean, this is not the norm. Usually you get something like between 20 and 40 troops, and those Vlandian troops, the recruits, those are some of the best troops in the game, if you ask me, because you can upgrade them into being Vlandian sharpshooters, which next to the it's like Pencanic is popular again, which I much appreciate. Next to the Fian champions, the sharpshooters, or maybe the Imperial sergeants, are the best troops in the game, and so that's why I'll never like. Those are some of the last fiefs that I'll take for myself, are Vlandian and the Imperial fiefs, because I want to be able to sack those villages and force them to give me the recruits. I should have maybe done this by myself, but it's too late for that now. See, my warband's already put a whooping on them. I could tell them to retreat now and take the rest for myself, which which is kind of a cheeseball way to get a lot of EXP, but it is a thing you can do. But I suppose I wanted to finish this encounter quickly so that we can get to that siege battle. Let me know if you guys are getting sick of watching those siege battles. Otherwise, I'll just try and focus my videos more on the like one versus warband encounters. Those have been really fun and interesting to do. It's cool because a lot of times when you play late game banner lords, you get to the end and you're like, okay, well, I'm cool, but so's all of my troops, and they kill all the enemies before I much get a chance to do anything, and so you don't feel as cool as you might. And I gotta take these guys out too. They're two on the way to where we're going to leave them, and it's night, so sorry about that. But maybe that'll mean that it won't be night battle when we get to the siege defense. But I was saying about doing these fight warband encounters, taking them out on your own. It feels good because this isn't something that you could do right off the bat. You can in smaller degrees, obviously, fighting bandits and looters and stuff, but you're not going to take out like whole lordly war bands on your own at the beginning. And so it's kind of the culmination of your efforts, to be able to do that and look and say, yep, this was something that I accomplished, and whether that's worth it to you or not, I'm sure that there are a lot of people that would say like, no, that's not interesting or worth it at all. But I'm not one of those people, and I don't think I'm alone in that. In fact, I know I'm not. Tactical Enlightenment, he plays his game very late game like this too, and this is the third campaign that I'm running in very late game. So yeah, it's a good time. If you haven't tried it, I would recommend it. Like making the focus of your campaign something else other than just the conquering of the world, because once you've done that a few times, maybe even just once, it becomes very quickly not that interesting to do. I plan on playing this campaign a very long time. I already have played it a very long time. I think there's I want to say like 4,500 days played in this campaign. But I intend to, once I get that shield, I will then start looking towards getting, like, I'll change my tack. I won't be so defensive, and I'll get all of the plan is, I'm totally sold on the plan, I should say, so the plan may change. But currently, the plan is that once I get that shield, I won't need Vlandian villages to sack anymore, so I'll take all of the Vlandian fiefs, and I'll take all of the Aserai fiefs, and I'll take all the Khuzait fiefs, and all of the Imperial towns, which will only leave the Sturgeon and Imperial castles in the hands of, and Battanian castles in the hands of, the enemy kingdoms. Which means that I'll only be facing enemies that will potentially have the troops that I need to farm in order to get those last few pieces of gear that I need currently. Maybe by that point I won't actually need them anymore, but That's that's the thought currently. Like I say, that could very well change because I um, hmm, I um, I still need to get levels at this point, and if I still need levels by the time I get that shield, then it might not behoove me to. Oops, this isn't what I was trying to do. It might not behoove me um, to be taking fiefs from my enemies that they do use in order to give me troops to fight and so that I can make my levels. So yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. It's always nice fighting the Empire. They have a chance, at least have a shot at them having the troops that I need for my chess piece. And the Empire, I think, is a little bit less of a challenge than the Vlandians, and I say that because their ranged troops are more often archers. I mean, with bows rather than with crossbows, which means that my troops um, can get reload for their quivers off of their troops. I went in and took this stance in the background here. They've got their cavalry coming. Took that stance in the backfield because it gives me the advantage of elevation over my enemy. Does it look like they're terribly squared up on that location? Doesn't really feel like it to me. Okay, changing their position. That's weird. I'm just gonna tell them to move so that they're not like consistently trying to change their position during the course of the fight. Wow, listen to all those horses complaining about all of the arrows in their heads. Such whiners. Just kidding. That was kind of dark. Sorry. I didn't mean to affect the mood. And I didn't see any of the cavalry that we would like to see, but it's okay. It's also EXP to be had. It's so cool being able to run a warband of clan members like this because it feels bad at this point when troops get kills because it's wasted EXP. It feels like, you know, I don't care about them making levels. I do have troops. I have like I want to say 3 full garrisons of Fiend champions. So like if I needed to put together a deadly army at a moment's notice, relatively a moment's notice at any point, I could do that. But I don't like my troops getting kills. It's completely wasted. Rather have my companions and myself, obviously, getting kills where it's not wasted. It's always a waste for my troops to get kills because I will always level. If I'm forming an army, it's all Fiend champions, and those I rank them all up to tier 6 because I have boatloads of armor that I can donate to them to get them the XP they need. Sorry if I've sounded kind of nasal in these last couple of videos. I treated myself to an ice cream cone yesterday, strawberry shortcake. flavored ice cream cone, and it was good, but I very rarely to never eat dairy, and when I do, I end up treating myself to a cold. So sorry you guys have had to suffer with me in that. But it had been too long since I made a video, and I wanted to make a video, make videos, and enjoy that. And it's not every day that I get the opportunity, because the house is more often than not full of noise. I've still yet to experiment with the program. I think it's voice meter is what it's called, to see about reducing background noise. So sorry about that. You're still having to listen to the click-clack on my keyboard. Though I talked to my friend about it, and she said that she didn't notice the click-clack so bad as I did, but I'm sure other people are nitpicky enough to notice it too. She's just too good-natured, I'd say. Well, no, I wouldn't say that, but she's great. Let's see. I think these guys are pretty well done, and so are my troops as far as ammunition is concerned. So I'm gonna move them up so they can pick up some ammo. Hopefully they can pick up some ammo from these archers that are going down. I changed my my graphic settings when my computer was pooping out, because I thought that maybe it was an issue of that, and I could just solve that issue by modifying my graphic settings. So I don't have bodies laying on the ground anymore. And if you guys are suffering from the lack of those graphic settings, I tried to switch them all back, but I didn't manage it. But I hope that it's not so. It doesn't look too bad to me. If I do have it not at what it was. But anyway, the bodies, they disappear almost immediately now, and so they kind of had served as a reminder of like, oh hey, yeah, actually you need to move your troops up so that they can get some quiver refills. But now they're not there anymore. I've been forgetting. Try to buy my guys a little bit of time, pick up some arrows. Alright, that's enough health sacrifice, I'd say. Leveled. Gotta remember that, because she is one of my newer wives, or one of the newer clan wives. I should start saying clan wives, because they're not my wives. Anyway, I think I touched on that last episode, so I won't harp on it again. This episode, at least. But anyway, she's one of the newer wives of my clan, and she can definitely use that focus point that she just got. So I gotta remember to apply it. I've certainly got a lot of clan wives that are, you know, some of them are up to 44th level now, and they have tons of focus points that I can't do anything with, or I could do something with, but I don't know what good to do with them. So I don't do anything, so that someday maybe I find out what else to do with them that would be of use. I'm not interested in anything as far as like making gold with them goes. That's silly and a waste of their lifespan. And they're too much a resource to be wasted like that. if I had played this campaign perfectly and save scummed all of my clan births to where I only had boys, I would have at this point 3 extra wives, and so I would be at 88, and then once I got married, I'd be at 89. And if and once my son, I think it'll only give you the one birth once your clan is full like that. And I'm glad that they have it made to where you get at least that one. But once he grew up, then I could have had a warband of 90. And I may still yet one day do that because I'm considering I've said it before, but I'm considering that one day I might, once my heir takes over, I might just retire the entire clan and start over, so that I can have. At that point, I will have the perfect character already. So then the goal would be to have the perfect clan, which I was so close to. I don't know why. I was like, whatever, doesn't matter. I can have a daughter or two here and there. I should have immediately married off my sister. It was hard to do that because she was a genius. I had big plans for her, but it turns out that um, I'd have been better served to marry her off because she ended up with wasted attribute points in social, which didn't serve me at all. So, yeah, I mentioned at the tail end of my last episode that I was gonna try and make shorter episodes so that they would be maybe more digestible and attractive to the viewing audience. And so, to that end, I am going to call it an episode after just a village raiding demonstration, a couple of warband sackings, and a siege defense. So, this has been episode 7 of my Black Lion campaign, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.